Hello everyone, my name is Amanda and today I'm showing you my minimalist makeup kit and I'm creating 3 different looks ranging from casual to more glam using just 12 products. Something that's being talked about a lot in the makeup community is overconsumption, and it's being replaced with a bit of a new trend called underconsumption, and I'm actually so here for this. It's pretty much just makeup minimalism and using what you have. Unfortunately for me, as I'm a makeup influencer, this is not completely realistic. However, if I weren't a makeup influencer, I would totally be a minimalist makeup girl, and I've hand-picked very thoughtfully 12 makeup products that work very well together. They layer nicely, they cover all of your bases. You literally do not need more than this. All of the products that I use today fit inside this tiny little makeup bag, and there's even some room in there for some extra products if I wanted to throw some more in, but this is super minimal and I actually love this. I low-key fantasize about just having a makeup collection this small. So if you're here for the minimalist makeup and the underconsumption trend, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get right into it. Look number 1 is my no makeup look. This is when I'm either in a rush or I don't want it to really look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, but I still want to feel put together. So this is my go-to look when I'm going to the gym or when I'm in a rush. This is what I'll do. It takes me maybe 5 minutes or less. So the first thing I will do is I'll go in with concealer, and the one I personally recommend and have been absolutely loving is the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I just place this all over my face, under my eyes, around my mouth, and over any blemishes that need a little bit of concealing, and then I blend that into my skin. I really like that this one doesn't look like makeup, but it still gives amazing coverage, and I also find that it doesn't really crease underneath my eyes, which is a huge thing for me. I just blend that concealer out with a brush, and then I will go in with a little bit of cream blush. So I'm using the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. I'm using the shade Do We Know Her, and I'm just picking up a little bit of that cream formulation on my finger, dabbing it on my cheeks, and then really just buffing it out with a brush. I find this looks the most natural. If you know me, you know I cannot live without blush, so I had to include it. Even in my most casual makeup look, it just gives me so much confidence. Also, if I'm feeling extra fancy, I'll dab a little bit of that cream blush on my lips as well for a little bit of color. Lip liner is also one of those things that just makes me feel complete, so I like to go in with the MAC Whirl lip liner. This is my all-time favorite lip liner, cannot live without it, and I just like to overline my lips a little bit to make them look more full, and then I blend everything out with my finger just to keep it looking natural since we're going for a very no makeup look. And the last product I included for this no makeup look is the Maybelline Build a Brow Pen, and I really love this one because it has a brow pen on one side and a brow gel on the other side, and both formulations are really wonderful. I don't always do this. If I'm really in a rush, I'll honestly skip brows, or maybe I'll just do brow gel instead of filling in my brows. But for the sake of this video, I decided to show you my brow filling process because I do feel like even on no makeup days, brows make a huge difference. So this is look number 2. This is what I call my everyday makeup. This is super easy and attainable, but still one step above the casual makeup. I feel very confident in this style of makeup. It's not too much. It doesn't look like a ton of makeup. It's easy to do, quick, but I also feel like it has all of the elements that I need to present myself in the best way. So the first thing I do is add a bit of coverage to my skin. The way I do that is I use a NARS tinted moisturizer. I find this one really buildable. It's light coverage, but I can build it up to more of a medium coverage. It doesn't pill. It always looks natural and skin-like. But on the other hand, if you're looking to build more of a minimalist makeup kit, you can really exchange this with any complexion product that you would like. Just tailor it to what your skin needs. So whether you want light coverage, medium coverage, full coverage, whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, just pick a product that you love, that you know works every time, and just keep this in your kit. You really don't need a ton of complexion products in my opinion, especially if you use something versatile, which is why I like this one. After we've applied our base, I like to go in with a little bit of cream bronzer. I've been loving this one by Give. This is their Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. And the reason I picked this product in particular for this video is because it has a powder side and a cream side, and both formulas are phenomenal. So whatever side you prefer, you can use for that day. If you're like me, I like to have both. I like to have my options, but I typically like to go in with a cream bronzer. I like to define my cheekbones with it, and I also like to apply it to the perimeter of my face, again, just to give me a little bit of warmth. Next, I'll go in with a setting powder, and I chose this one by Charlotte Tilbury because it actually works really great as an under eye setting powder as well as an all over the face setting powder. Typically, in my more maximalist makeup routine, I use different powders for each function, but if I could only have one, this one would be it. It truly blurs the skin. It makes it look like you're wearing a filter, and I also like that it's very small and compact, really easy to throw in your purse, or if you want a more minimalist makeup bag, this one doesn't take up a lot of space, so I love that. Sometimes I like to amp up my cheeks and my lips a little bit more for my everyday makeup versus my casual makeup, so I'll go in with a little bit more of that cream blush that I used before. This product is super, super layerable, so you can also even go in with a powder blush at this step if you wanted to. I specifically chose the Patrick Ta blush to feature in this video because I don't often see a ton of blushes that have a cream formula and a powder formula in one component, and both of these formulas are so, so good. You can do powder on top of cream or cream on top of powder. It doesn't matter what order you apply it in. This blush is so, so forgiving, and they have a ton of beautiful shades to choose from. So that way you only have to have one product. You've got your cream blush and your powder blush all in one, and they just so happen to complement each other perfectly. Next, I'll go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. I just know it will never let me down. Great for top lashes and bottom lashes, and obviously mascara makes such a huge difference in the way your makeup looks. And for everyday makeup, I like to apply a nice layer of mascara to make my lashes look long and defined, and this one is just so good. And bonus points that it is a drugstore mascara, super easy to find it at pretty much any drugstore. So look number 3 is my go-to event makeup, going out makeup, just anything like a special occasion. I'll get a little bit more glam like this. And the first thing I like to do is apply some eyeshadow. The Makeup by Mario's Master Mattes Neutrals palette is my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette. I could not live without it. If you're not a huge eyeshadow girly, you could just use the powder bronzer that you have in your collection for eyeshadow for a little bit of definition, but I like to do a little bit more. I like to apply a shade similar to my bronzer shade right in my crease and underneath my eye for a bit of definition, but then I like to go in with a lighter cream shade and pop it right in the center of my lid to make things a little bit more bright. And then I also love that this palette has a beautiful rich deep brown and also a black, so I can do shadow liner. If you're more of a liquid liner girl, you can actually use the brow pen that I used earlier on in this video. It's pretty much a felt tip liquid liner, just depends on what shade you get. My brow color is pretty dark, so it totally works for a liquid liner. So that eyeshadow palette is all matte, but I do like to go in with a little bit of shimmer from time to time. So I like to use the Dior Backstage Highlighter palette, and I like to pop this on the top of my cheekbones, a little bit on my lid, and then also a little bit on my inner corner. This is a beautiful palette, and it's actually very versatile. I like to use it on my eyes and face. My favorite shades are the lighter highlighter shades. I mix them together and I apply them on the tops of my cheekbones, a little bit on my lid, and also in my inner corner, but there are deeper tones in there. There's like deep bronze, and there's also a blush tone that you can use on your cheeks. I love this palette. And then I like to go in with a nude lipstick to either wear on its own or to layer on with that cream blush shade that I have on my lips. This one is by Revlon in the shade Bare It All, and this is such a good formula. You do not need a bougie lipstick formula. These Revlon lipsticks are some of my favorite lipsticks ever, and I love the color range as well. To finish off the lips, I like to add some gloss on top, so I usually like to go with something that's not going to disrupt my lip color too much. So I really love this Tower 28 lip jelly. This is just their clear one. It's just a really good formula that goes with literally anything, so I like to top my lips with that to give them some extra shine. All right, and that is it for my minimalist makeup kit. Let me know what you think down below, and please list your 12 products that you would put in your kit. I'm so snoopy and I read every single comment and try to respond to everything, so I'm really curious to know your top 12 products that you would build your kit with. And also let me know if you think you could be a true minimalist makeup girl. There's a part of me that really thinks that I could be a minimalist makeup girl and truly just live with 12 products with my little makeup bag and that is it. But there is another side of me that is a true maximalist makeup girly. I love to collect makeup. I love to try different formulas. If you could see my makeup collection, you may think that I was a makeup hoarder. So I don't know, probably not realistic for me to become a minimalist makeup girl, but let me know down in the comment section if you think you could. Be honest. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.